we go. Tuning down the song that we had to use a stem for because I couldn't find the original anymore. Freaking horrible, man. Like so badly prepared. What's up, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in on Super Extreme Millennials Deluxe. This is the podcast that we started. I've talked about this on my stream for like 10 months or something, and all the time, every time I was like, let's start, something like came in between. And then Annie and I started speaking with each other, and we're like, why don't we just do this together? And started planning more, came up with a stupid name, and here we are. This is Super Extreme Millennials Deluxe. This is the first episode. We're doing this as a video, just to test the waters and see how it works. If this works out, we're gonna do this on Twitch. This is gonna be chat. That's why there's just like a fat border in the middle. We are going to swear. So if you're not happy with swearing, you're probably gonna want to not listen to this podcast or watch this podcast. We're also gonna put it on Spotify, right? Oh, we still have to set up a Spotify.
We will have that in a matter of minutes.
I have no idea how to do that one, to be honest. But
I know how to do it.
You see, I'm working with the best, bro. So introductions. I guess I'll go first, if that's okay for you.
Sure.
All right, thank you. So my name is Strike, or Tom, whatever. I'm 35. I live in beautiful Switzerland, and I am I guess I can say I'm an esports project manager. I stream on the side. I've been doing this for 6 years, with sometimes more, sometimes less success. I just wanted to also start a podcast because a few people in my community were like, we would like to see content where you just discuss topics, because I mostly just game. Or if I discuss something, it's just humorous, stupid stuff. So this is going to be, of course, this is also going to be humorous, but it's also going to be somewhat more serious. So I'm married. I've been into gaming ever since I'm 8 years old, and that's been a while because, like I said, I'm 35, and that's also, we could use this as a segue to Annie's introduction.
Exactly.
That's why we called it Super Extreme Millennials.
Yeah, and that's actually how we got to know each other, through gaming.
Yeah.
Because so now I'm gonna start. My name is Annie. I'm a photographer and videographer. You can't see that right now, and that is my worst fear ever. We will work on that. But anyways,
the lighting and everything.
I also work in esports. I do content for a Swiss news platform called esports.ch. And yeah, that's how I got to know Strike and how we started talking. And I think I don't remember how it happened.
I think originally it was because I wrote articles up to this month. I wrote articles for Esports CH once or twice a month, and I think the the onus of reading my articles and putting it on the website fell on you after your predecessor left the company. Exactly. And I think that's how we established very first contact. And I think I told you, I saw you on Twitter, obviously, before we yeah, see, you know where this is going. I saw you on Twitter before we started talking, and that's also where our first topic after the introduction has come from. And I was like, this is a person who really knows image taking, framing, who is well dressed, has this her own style, and most pictures that you take, you don't smile. You have this I don't know if I can say slight arrogant air about you. And I was like, ooh, so she has to read my stupid wannabe funny articles, and seems to be look, her pictures make her look like she's a very dry person, so she probably hates me, bro. And then we started talking, and I realized that you're actually a really funny person.
Yeah, of course. And I don't like to smile on pictures. I don't know why. I just don't think it's nice on me. So I also like to keep up a personality that's more dry or something that people can see on the internet. Well, now they can see me smile and laugh and be funny, which is a
you're fucked now.
problem. I'm fucked now, yeah. But I mean, it's like growing up, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing though. Internet persona is a thing. I know people who are very different in real life from how they are like on Twitter or wherever.
Most people are very different from their internet persona. You actually on the internet, you can curate what people see.
Exactly.
And that to a very heavy extent, from topics like Facetune to everything you write and say. So you can you can curate what other people see of you, and in real life that's just not possible.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like my content journey on the internet, if you will, is pretty much started when I started Twitch. That was in January 2016. And back then I played a role, like not in like, oh, you know, I pretended to be someone else that I am, but I actually played a role. Like I played that general, and the community was called the Strike Force, and I streamed in like a uniform. And it was all like mock military, like people had ranks and this whole you know, was part of the persona. But the longer I did it, the more it became. I usually explain it to new viewers like, you go to a costume party, where the dress code is come like, you know, wear like a movie costume or something, and then you're talking to people, you're being yourself, and somebody's like, oh hey, you're Freddy Krueger, and then you do like a tagline, you know, because you're it's fun and you're in the you're wearing that stuff, and then everybody laughs, and then that's it, and then you're being normal again. That's kind of like how I held it, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm just Strike. I stopped doing the whole general thing in 19, I want to say. Even earlier, maybe? No, 19, because I was done. I felt like it was constraining me creatively. I wanted to just be Strike. And here we are.
Yeah, I started YouTube in 2010.
Damn.
And there I think I was myself when I look at my old videos. You can't see them. You can't see them, by the way, because I thought they are just terrible. But I thought I was myself. But then I watched more, and I was like, I'm trying to be someone else. And then I stopped for years.
Right.
Because of different reasons, but also because I felt like I'm constraining myself in a creative way, because I try to be this other person. So that's mostly that. And then I try to curate a persona of myself that's badass and untouchable on social media itself. So
right. And now you're destroying that persona that you built, like painstakingly built up, and you're destroying it in a stupid podcast you're doing with some weird dude. Cool. Well done. That's
how life bites you in the back sometimes, you know.
That's how you open new chapters in life.
Exactly.
You haven't spoken about your age yet. The whole extreme millennials thing.
Okay. So I'm right on the cusp between Gen Z or millennials. I myself identify as millennial because I grew up with most of the stuff that Strike knows too, and I feel more a millennial, but I don't like avocado toast.
Okay, the thing is, and that's why that goes into why we call it super extreme millennials deluxe. Is we're basically on two extreme ends of the spectrum of what is still considered a millennial. I think it starts in 83. Like first birth year is 83, and I'm 86, and you are just like on the very end where you're still being considered millennial. So that's also part of this whole.
Who you ask?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but it's how you feel, it's how you self-identify, and that's also part of why we're doing this podcast, is to discuss stuff. And have like we're in the same generation basically, but we have like wildly different views that are also like age influenced, and that's what we're trying to explore in this podcast, and then generally just talk about stuff that we're interested in or not interested in, and then maybe the other learns something. So that's the whole thing. So again, this episode is going to be on YouTube and probably Spotify, pre-recorded. And the idea is from now on that we stream these live on Twitch. We made a specific Twitch channel and everything. People will be able to chat, and then sometimes we like take questions from chat and answer them. If anybody even anybody even wants to watch this. We decided to do it in English to reach a larger audience. I feel like if we never really talked about that, but I feel like if we notice that most people who like watch/listen are in the German speaking area, maybe we switch. I'm not as it has to be English as I am with my own stream here.
No, it also can
we'll
be in German. I mean, I can speak German with a weird accent. That's
Swiss accent.
No, it's not a Swiss accent.
It's not?
I took an accent from my stepdad and his sons.
Right.
And it's a mix out of Pfälzisch and Frankfurt. And it's a weird...
I'm going to have to hear you say something now, dude.
No, I'm not. You will hear in private.
All right. Okay. Cool. So that's going to be the when we start a Patreon, when this is taking off and we have thousands of listeners, we're going to start a Patreon, and then every podcast is going to come with 30 minutes of extra content for the Patreons and Twitch subs, and that's where you're going to speak German. So everybody who's here from the first episode is like, I just want to hear that woman speak German now. That's all I want. Then I will never tune in again. So we're going to keep teasing it.
Okay, we can keep teasing it. But fun fact, even if I can, even to people from Germany, I speak English with them.
Right.
Because I thought I have a weird accent, and that's just how I spoke to people back 5 years back, because I was very self-conscious about it.
Okay.
And now that I'm more confident in speaking German, they speak English with me. They know I can speak German, but we speak English.
That's fine. I mean, look, as long as you find a common language that lets you communicate fluently, I think that's fine. I just usually think that if you have multiple languages in common, and you settle on one that at least one party cannot like very fluently like isn't able to speak very fluently, it's like that just hinders your entire communication.
Sure. And no, that's not what I did back then. Yeah, but I think you're right. I mean, you want to communicate difference in a fluent way. And that's also, now I'm going to segue into our first topic.
Hey.
That's also what you do with your clothing.
Next topic, drip. We ended up with this topic because, why actually? I think because we talked about it, and yeah, because I feel like I have like the whole point of drip, like the whole meaning and everything. I have to prelude this as I have no style. Like, I've been wearing straight black clothes with the same cut t-shirt and jeans for like the last 15 years, right? And so so I'm like, I don't really see myself wearing anything else. My wife is trying to like get me into more light colors or different cuts, or like, how about you wear a polo shirt or something? And I'm like, I'll do it for her. I don't really give that much of a shit, you know, like I'll do it for her. But that's like it for now. I hope she doesn't hear me say this. I love doing it, honey. I love doing it. I don't know, but the thing is, I see a lot of like younger people than me, like in their early 20s or something, define this term, and have a clothing style that, honestly, I'll be honest with you, 15 years ago, if somebody had been walking around like this on the street, your first reaction would have been like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, how are you combining and mix matching this?" And today people do it, and you're like, "The fuck you doing, son?" No, but you see this and you're like, "Huh, it's actually cool." You know, it's actually kind of cool. And I feel like with time we started to embrace people just wearing whatever the fuck they want, and mix matching weird stuff way more, and trying to find the art behind it than just being like, you're not wearing what we expect you to wear. And so, Annie, what is drip?
Just what you said. I don't know. Most people define it, or most people, let's say, they have drip. Wear a lot of designer brands, which I think is not what drip is. In the end, for me personally, it's combining clothes you feel comfortable in and that look intriguing, maybe.
Right.
That's how I describe my clothing style. I like to throw things together that look special, or something else that we haven't seen. So
okay, but like what do you like go for? You know, is there like a line you're trying to follow?
No, for me, no. Other people maybe try to follow a line. I just wear what's comfortable and what looks semi interesting. So,
but like,
I can't really describe it. For me, it's just what's comfortable, because honestly, I don't care anymore what other people think about my clothing. I really love joggers. The best trousers ever.
Yeah, well,
and
I mean, not saying no to that.
Not saying no. And I'm just
not arguing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find the most comfortable way for me to look cool for myself. I mean, that's why I got a black arm, my permanent black long sleeve t-shirt.
Yes. So for those of the people who are watching the video and not on Spotify right now, would you want to show us?
I have one black arm.
She blacked out her arm. She blacked out her arm, dude. It's tattooed.
Yeah. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it in one sitting, because that's what I did.
Holy shit.
I paid for it.
Oh, God. No, man. Like, it took me 3.5 hours to get my tattoo on my back, the whole Max Payne thing, and after a while it was torture, because I was like, it's never ending, it's never gonna end, and it's an open wound, so you feel like somebody's scraping around in an open wound, just scraping, and you're like, bro, are you done?
Well, it actually is what it is, scraping in a wound.
That's the thing.
It took me 4 hours too, and I had to stop the appointment because I couldn't take it anymore. And it's not done yet, but it's the whole arm.
It's not done yet. Do you have to like do a second
No.
layer so it's actually black, or because you can always see like a little clouding in the color?
Yeah, and
It's
that's
super
why I have
interesting.
to do a second layer, and I'd love to do it in one sitting again, so it's just over with.
Right.
But I would be out for 2 weeks again, and my arm will double in swelling again. I wouldn't love that at all.
Holy shit, man.
It was.
That's crazy.
It was
I do want a sleeve though.
Yeah, me too. Well, I
kind of have
have
an
one.
idea.
I always forget that I have tattoos.
There you go. But we should talk about tattoos at a different point. Maybe we should make this a topic at some point. Drip. Huh. I don't know, man.
What I do, I was wearing black for over 10 years. Like full on black every day.
Right.
And then I slowly tried to incorporate some colors. I didn't feel very comfortable. For instance, I have one pink jumpsuit. I love the jumpsuit. So I went to dinner and I wore that jumpsuit.
In like a restaurant?
To a restaurant. And I was in London and it took like 1 hour by the tube to get there.
Holy shit.
And on the way to the restaurant, I was like, okay, I feel so uncomfortable. I drove back. I changed into black clothing and went to the restaurant. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm late. So
did people look at you weird, or did you just feel uncomfortable just out of your own?
No, I don't think they looked at me weird. I just felt really uncomfortable because it was out of my comfort zone.
Right. Okay.
But then I slowly got used to some colors. I started wearing them as sleeping shirts and stuff I wear at home. So I got used to it and how it looks on me. The clothes don't look at me.
Yeah, the clothes probably don't look at you unless you skin people and then wear their skin as clothing.
No, that's a metal song.
Is it? Probably is. It has to be a metal song. Yeah, but like even if you didn't know it, you knew it would exist because part of metal is to just sit there and be like, what's the most fucked up brutal shit we can like come up with as a story, and then we make a song out of it. That's basically how death and black metal works.
That's it.
So when the story came out of this Austrian, I think it was Austrian. It's always the Austrians. We have Austrian viewers. I'm sorry, but like this one dude like tried to find someone on the internet to eat him because that was his ultimate fetish idea, and then they found each other, and one guy ate part of the other, and then like the cops like they got caught or something. But that one death metal song, Eaten, by I keep forgetting what the band name is. That's about that, and probably like 20 other metal songs, because when a story like this breaks, at least 50 or 100 long-haired dudes around the world are like, fuck yes, we have to make a song about that. Oh my god. And the darker it could, like even the whole that Austrian girl who like / woman who was kidnapped and then like held in a cellar for what, 20 years or 15 years, even that they made into songs. Like I read about it, and I went to the Wikipedia page for it. There's a Wikipedia page for it, and it says in popular media, and then there's just a list of 20 songs, and they're like all metal songs and like one like weird like synth pop.
Imagine.
I like listening to synthwave when I work.
Imagine you'd be that woman.
Yeah.
And hearing those songs about you, about your experience.
Yeah. Awesome. Like you meet someone and they're like, dude, I'm super into metal. Look, here's a really cool song that I found lately. And like they don't know what it's about because it's just, you know, and like they don't understand. And so at some point you're like, wait, can I listen to the lyrics? And it's like, taken away in a cellar for 15 years. And you're like, bro,
Yeah.
kind of, you know, seen this before somewhere. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
really? Where? Well, in my
Austrian.
childhood. Austrians, bro. I mean, look, I hate to be that dude, but I'm not gonna like generalize anyone, but I've met in real life, in person, you know, met as in I had to do more with them. Like I interacted with them more than like 10-15 minutes at a party. Like 3 or 4 Austrian people, and I think 3 out of 4 of them were really annoying.
Oh my god.
So I don't
have
know.
stories to tell I don't want to tell.
But that's funny because I meet other people and they're like, no man, Austrians are like the dopest people I ever met. Like, but like people from France. So like it's always everybody has like a different area. They're like, when I went to the army, right, in Switzerland, if you're from out of Switzerland, if you're a guy in Switzerland, you're still obliged to go to the army. Like there's conscription. There's ways to get out of it, but I actually went, and everybody was like, oh, you know, take care of the Western Swiss. They're horrible, like they're antisocial, like they never help the company doing anything, so everything goes faster. And they were the coolest people. When I went there, they were the dopest people, man. And you know, people just generalize people, and it's kind of stupid. Actually.
Yeah, and it's even here in Switzerland with every other state. It's like between the states.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even state. We don't even have states, man. Like,
yeah, I don't know what is. Yeah, but I don't.
It's like a state. If you're not from Switzerland, you have no idea how it works. It's like a Bundesland if you were in Germany, or it's like a state, a very small state. You know.
Yeah, like tiny.
Yeah.
But that's what
it's a federal country.
Yeah.
Do Austrians have drip? Like, which canton has the least drip, Annie?
Wait. Most drip. I know the most drip. That's
really
the ones with the lederhosen and the hats with the feathers.
Oh, like the classic shit. That's drip.
Yeah, that's Vorarlberg.
That's the
and the least drip.
That's the least drip.
The least drip. Oh no, I will get hyped for this. No, I don't know. I was in Vienna or around Vienna. I had my apprenticeship finals there because I went to Austria for it. I think Vienna has the least drip.
Oof. But when was that? How long was that ago?
That was in 2019. Between 2016 and 19, I was there for a few weeks, a year. And I didn't like it.
Okay. Why? What's the problem?
With their drip?
Yeah.
It's basic.
You know the problem with your drip, honey? It's basic. All right. Sorry.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. No, it's not bad actually, but I just see it everywhere I go. It's nothing special. It doesn't stay in your head, and that's not drip. Drip is when you think about it in your dreams.
So when I look at oh wow, okay, so no, but like when I actively look at someone and I'm like, damn, that's like a nice fit. That's all right. Okay.
I mean.
So you have it because I thought that when I saw it.
And I still don't think I have drip, but thank you for the compliment.
Maybe the key to having drip is thinking you don't have drip. Maybe because then it comes naturally.
I think so too.
There we go. So what have we learned today? There's different levels of drip in Switzerland. Austrians, people from Vienna, I don't know about all Austrians, but people from Vienna have no drip. Annie has drip. Strike has no drip. You only have drip if you actively think you do not have drip. How do I get drip, Annie? How do I get drip? Here's the point. If your answer is going to be, just wear what you feel comfortable in. I'm like, I do. but it's not drippy. This is more like a boomer and a millennial speaking.
Okay, look, everything I do. Look, this shirt is 3 sizes too big for me, and that's what happened. I look like a ghost.
Okay.
So that was my goal today.
All right.
I want to be a ghost, and that's what I am. I even have a hood.
Oh. Okay, don't put it up too high because the hood's gonna look wrong. Oh my god!
I'm sorry. That was not my goal.
No, but the whole point was that. Do you know this South Park episode where Cartman goes to school dressed as Hitler, and then they're like, "You can't do that. We're gonna make you a ghost," and he just straight up looks like a Ku Klux Klan. Oh man, that's one of the earliest episodes I know. One of the earliest episodes I know, dude. That's crazy. So Drip,
I'm cosplaying Cart.
Cosplaying Cartman. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Something like that. I don't know, but like ultimately, I usually dress for the occasion. I don't really think about if it's just another day out. I don't work or something. I usually don't really think about what I wear. I just like I have like 3 piles of t-shirts. I always wear black, almost always. I'm wearing a gray shirt today, but I basically almost always wear black. So I have one pile that is just good black shirts. Then they're just black, plain. They usually have a V cut and shit. I have one pile that's like merch or logo shirts, which just like black with a print, sometimes purple with a print, because purple's like the only other color that I seem to wear. And then I have a like throwaway pile, stuff that have small holes somewhere, and that's usually stuff I wear at home or if I just go out of the house really quickly. Yeah. I mean, this is great because I received it like this. They gave it to me like this, and it's gray. So I'm like, okay, I have a purple Twitch one too, and I have a plain purple one, and I think that's it.
You can count it. I can't count the clothes I have.
How do you mean?
I have so much clothes. I can't count it.
All right.
I don't even have
too many pieces.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's because I get experimental and then I decide I don't want to wear it. And then it stays on a pile to rework because I also sew my own clothes sometimes. And now the pile is getting really big and I should get to the sewing machine and do some stuff.
That's another thing that I feel like people on my end of the millennial spectrum don't really do, and I see people younger than me talk about a lot, is like just sewing your own clothes, man. I feel like that kind of died out when I was around 20.
It's also an environmental topic, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
For me, my grandma showed me how to sew when I was a small child. Not like 3 or 4, but like 8 to 10.
2-year-old kid, like, let's sit here, and you're gonna learn how to use a sewing machine.
Exactly.
With your little baby tender hands.
No, I mean my mother didn't have enough money to buy me clothes, so she made them herself. So.
Oh, okay.
And my grandma just showed it to me, and I still have her sewing machine. So.
Nice. Oh, that's actually my mom told me that because I have a somewhat cheap sewing machine just because I wanted a secondhand one if I ever have to repair anything, and it's not that good. And I lost that little thing where you put the spool, like the lower one. I lost that. And so I talked to my mom, and she was like, "Look, you might as well just save and then buy a good one." And I was like, oh, okay, like, what are we talking? And she was like, if you want a good one that'll last you for a long time, it's like $2,500. I was like, what? That's incredible. She's like, yeah, those shits are expensive, but I still have the one I bought 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's sick. But I mean, at least the modern ones let you do like like they digitized, right? Like they let you do,
You
they let
can
you like
put on
embroider
like
stuff.
that's I can't do that, but I
That's
wish
sick.
I could.
That's so
super
sick, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, you know, like my patches that people in my stream get when they're the top supporter of the month, like top donator or whatever. Those are hand embroidered. It's a machine, but every single piece is handmade, if you will, like hand programmed and executed and everything. So it's definitely a really cool thing. I liked doing it. We did it in school when I was a kid. We had, I think you probably did too. Like we had a class where you had to like sew, and then we had a class where you do like woodworking and metalworking. And I liked wood and metalworking more, but I did enjoy the whole sewing thing. I just wasn't good at it, and that's why I had like the classic old lady teacher. And they did not like me at all.
Yeah, that's most of the time. If you're not good at woodworking, for us girls, it was very hard to be in the wood shop because the teacher favored the people who were good at it. That were
AKA
mostly
the
boys. And same thing with clothes or sewing classes. The old lady didn't like the boys.
Yeah, right. But it's like a thing. You don't even get a chance.
Yeah,
like,
they didn't give you a chance to improve your skills. You just had to do it our lady teacher didn't even show how to do stuff. She just said, okay, today we're doing this. Here's the sample thing. Look how it's made, and go do your thing.
That's so stupid.
And
it's so stupid.
And that's how those classes were. Yeah, I mean, you don't learn.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how are you going to improve?
And it doesn't make fun if you're not good at it. I mean,
it's not. Yeah,
it's
true.
When no one gives you, even if you have the slightest of interest, when no one gives you a helping hand on how to do stuff the right way, or how to do anything really, it's just not good, and you will not like it and not try to improve because of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fully remember how it was when I was a kid. I don't know if it's like, I mean, we're talking like 25 years ago. Well, maybe 20 to 25 years ago. I think it was like auto decided by your gender, by your sex actually, whether you were going to go to woodwork or to sewing, and then sometimes it intercrossed. I honestly don't fully remember. I just know that I did both. I also know that we were the last generation who went to Obli in pre-college.
Oh, what is that?
It's that was the last time we did it. It's a 3-week camp. For us, it was in Appenzell, where you basically just learn how to like cook, clean, woodwork, sew. Haushaltskundelager would be the German term.
Okay.
And we were just drunk and high all the time. We were like 17, 18, you know?
Yeah.
We were just like, and the thing is, they did shit with us like, oh, we're going to teach you how to wine test. How do you think this ended? You know?
Drunk. You learn how to test wine in Switzerland, in school. How to taste it.
Yeah, smart.
Right. We
just played N64 all the time.
We had classes for cooking once a week.
Us too, yeah.
And that was just one. It was disgusting food. Second, it wasn't even healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me that. Yeah, you can't tell me that mashed potatoes with pork steak and Bratensauce, like brown sauce.
Oh, just broth. Yeah.
Broth is healthy for you?
Well, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's like decidedly unhealthy. It's like a decidedly unhealthy dish. As with everything, it's the amount that makes the poison. If you eat this, if you eat like 3 portions and you eat it 3 times a week, yeah, of course, like you're gonna explode, you know. If you eat it together with like with like a healthy diet around it, you don't have to like eat like dry broccoli every day of the week and then like cheat one day.
No,
I
our
feel like it's
teacher
not
told us, yeah,
that
that's
bad.
very healthy meal. You should eat this once a week or
Yeah,
more.
but
And I was like, yeah, sure.
and
I
here
mean,
comes
I don't
the
like
boomer
mashed
segment.
potatoes, everything else what I mentioned in that menu. So I ate nothing all the time.
Here's another
Because
segment of our podcast. It's hating on boomers.
hating on boomers. Okay.
Our teachers were probably boomers, like or maybe Gen X, but probably boomers, and they grew up with a different idea of healthy food. Like if it
Not
fills
even
you, if
healthy
it gives you energy.
Yeah. It's
Right?
not even healthy food. It's also career advice, for instance, is the best thing ever.
Boomer career advice.
Yeah. You
get an apprenticeship and then never do anything else.
No, it's like dress up, go to the place, and say you don't even hand them a resume. You say you want to talk to the manager,
Oh my
the owner of the company.
Oh my
and that's how you
god,
get a
dude.
job.
Dude, when I was like, I love my parents to death. I love them to death. They are relatively old. I'm 35. They had me in their mid 30s, so they're relatively old. They are as old as grandparents for people around my age. For other people, I love them to death, honestly. But I was studying. I studied at university, right? I graduated in communication and media science, and law was my minor. So I studied, and then during summer I was like, yay, you know, I'm off for summer. I'm gonna try to like work a little bit and earn some money. And I did. All this time where I'm studying, I did do that, but I did it from home. I wrote articles. I got paid as a freelance author. And every time I talked about this, they're like, did you find a summer job? Like, how about you go to Migros and ask whether you can stack shelves. Stacking shelves has become like the quintessential summer job. Oh, I don't have another job right now for my parents or people of my parents' generation. Stacking shelves. Like the thing is, these days there is no one specifically hired to stack the shelves in a grocery store anymore. It's the people who work there anyway, and they need to have an apprenticeship in retail to do that.
A diploma. It's a 3 to 4 year diploma you have to get to work there. And my last year I had some financial problems because of COVID. I wasn't able to work, and I asked my family for help. What I heard from them was, it's your fault, you're a photographer, and you should go stack shelves in Migros.
Stack shelves. See? It's like the standard fallback, like, oh, you're poor, stack shelves. You're out of work, stack shelves. It's crazy. There is literally no company anymore today, it's like if it's like a small 5 or 10 person company, you know, like Miller Carpentry somewhere in like the back hills or somewhere where you can still walk in, be like, here's my resume, I would like to work for you. It's over. It's over. And
you also don't get in without a diploma unless you're really, really, really fucking lucky.
Yep.
And
my personal experience is like diplomas to get in, especially the whole I'm done studying, like how do I find a job now? It was really hard for me to find a job. after university. I was like jobless for like 2 or 3 months. I still did those articles, which helped me pay the bills. But other than that, I didn't have a job. I was lucky enough that somebody DM'd me on Twitter and said, yo, we watched your streams for a while and we see your content. We are starting an esports thing and we would like to hire you for content. And in Switzerland, we can talk esports in Switzerland at another point. We should write this down as a topic. We already have like 3 topics we should write down.
Write it down.
Okay. No, but esports in Switzerland is not a very lucrative area. Like there's not a lot of full-time esports jobs in Switzerland. Most people who are in esports in Switzerland are like small part-time or like work on internship level. That's just like, I might be wrong, but that's how it feels to me. So when they were like content and not even project leadership or something, but content, I was like, yeah, bro, but I need a full-time job. That was my reaction. And they were like, yeah, we're talking full-time. And then they told me the salary and I was like, I mean, for Swiss standards, it was a, let's say, under the average salary, but below the average. But still, I was like, this could be a job, bro. And so I started it, which then got me into the job that I'm starting tomorrow. And of course, people wanted to see a CV, but I don't think after like 1 or 2 or 3 jobs in the same line, I don't think anybody still cares about your
you just have problems
diploma.
starting out. That's what I had last year because I didn't study. I searched for the closest thing to photography and videography that was thriving in the pandemic, and that was marketing. Everything I got was either unpaid internships for like shit. You got a little bit of money, but that was nothing. I mean, I've been supporting myself for the past 5-6 years and living on my own, and I needed a lot more than that salary. And in the end, I got extremely lucky to find my current job. But
I mean, your current job is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. I still can't believe
mine is going to be really cool too.
Oh, yours going to be very good.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. It still feels weird. I mean, I start tomorrow, so I don't know what's really waiting for me. But like, damn, I'm still mind blown that I even got it. But I wouldn't have gotten it. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten it if I had more drip. Maybe my level of drip was exactly the right amount of drip to get that kind of job. Who knows?
Well, maybe.
Getting back to the topic.
Yeah, that could be in correlation.
Right.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm going to get there and they're going to be like, see, that's the guy we hired for that job. I mean, you can see why we hired him, right? And everybody's like, yeah, man, no drip at all. Perfect.
Sure.
0 drip. But it's interesting that you said
stylist.
Oh my god. Oh, freestyling? Yes, ma'am. Sign me up, dude. Sign me up. We're gonna have one episode where we're going to have Annie find clothes for me, and
we can do that. We can
drip me out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I'd love that. Actually.
Anyway, you spoke about the whole environmental thing of sewing topics, and I see you smile because you can tell this is a segue to our next and final topic for today, and that is electric cars. We talked about this, I think, just quickly because I am a huge fan of the whole technology. I like Apple products, right? As a person in marketing and design, I like them because their marketing and design is impeccable, but also because they fill a performance niche, or a like offerings niche for me that other manufacturers just don't do. And I think they're really cool products if you're a creative person. And I kind of fall for the same thing with Teslas. I've driven one or two electric cars in like the last 6 years or something, and it was like cool, you know. But it was just a car. It was just a car. It was just another car. It had a few like things, and I just had a Tesla Model 3 test drive last week. My wife and I went because they do free test drives right now, and always kind of thought around like getting a Tesla at some point, but like, you know, money and everything. And so we went for the test drive, and I loved it so much. Like the whole feeling, the whole like everything it does, the ease of use. It's an amazing car, and now I want a Tesla. And the funny part was that we finished the drive, and I looked at Kate, my wife, and I was like, you know, I know we always joked around getting a Tesla at some point, but there was always kind of like an in joke for us. But now I'm starting to, maybe we should like at some point get one in the future. And she looked at me and was like, boy, what do you mean joked around? I always wanted one. I always knew we were gonna get one, save one, and then get one. Now I just know more. It's nice that you were joking, but I was not.
So
and, yeah,
I'm gonna get a little bit of a problem for what I'm saying now. With my partner, but anyways. Tesla is a cool car. Right. I recently had a test drive too with my videographer, and he's planning to buy one next year. Oh, it was beautiful. I don't like their CEO. I don't really think it's more environmentally friendly than a normal car. The argument that is a big point for me is it's cheaper than a normal car. Not the buying itself.
But the long-term cost.
Exactly. Like the fuel, everything else. You can get your car charged everywhere. And it feels, for me, when I was in the car, it felt like a video game.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the dopest part. First of all, we drove the one that was the performance mode. I wouldn't get the performance one. I would get the long range one because it has four-wheel drive. It has a four-wheel drive. It has, I mean, I think it does like 0 to 100 in like 4.5 seconds instead of 3.7. So like, oh no, man, I can't get it. It's not strong enough. And it's like a 10K difference, like
but
in price.
It still has like 600 PS.
It's 485. Yeah, the long range one.
Yeah, but the performance one.
I mean, 600 fucking horsepower.
Yeah, that's like...
That's a supercar, man.
Yeah. The other thing with Teslas or electric cars in general, I think it's only Teslas right now. They get updates. They get performance updates. They get funny thing updates. It's like a phone, like my iPhone or my Apple computer. It's basically the same, just driving.
Yeah.
And I would get a Tesla. Let me finish.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm listening.
But I have some plans. I don't want a Model S or a 3 or anything else. I want the Cybertruck.
I knew it. I knew
you
it.
Know why?
I knew it.
You know why?
I knew it.
Because it's only around, I think it has changed, but you get the full car for 35,000. And that's literally nothing. Or 38. Who cares? It's 4,000.
Is it on the website right now?
Yeah, but I don't know about the price. You can pre-order it soon, I think.
You fucking kidding me?
I don't know. But it's so cheap. It's so cheap. And the best model or the most expensive model is like 96,000. I don't know if it's right.
Over 100, depending on which version you get. Yeah. I'm going to put it on the screen real quick.
No.
For those of you who are just on Spotify, we're just looking at the website. We're just looking at the Tesla website. It's not on the Swiss Tesla page right now. The Powerwall is there, like their battery thing.
Yeah. But I think you need to go to Tesla US.
Probably. Okay, let me try to find that then. Tesla Cybertruck. Fucking just the entire concept.
And you know why a Cybertruck? I'm a photographer. I have long. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. First of all, cool. It looks like a Mad Max car from
let me put it like this.
From
okay.
I can't speak.
Apocalypse Now.
From End Times.
From End. Okay, well done. I mean, it looks like a PlayStation 1 car, dude. It looks like a car in a PlayStation 1 game. I gotta be honest, it looks cool as fuck. I wouldn't get it. I don't know. I wouldn't drive around in it. I feel like it's too intense. Like the whole edginess, and I mean literally edginess of it, is like too intense for my taste.
It will not get a street permit here in Switzerland like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it will not happen. So they have to change it, at least for here.
Mm-hmm. That's 39,900. If you want dual motor, and I mean it's a pickup, so you should get a dual motor all-wheel drive. It's 50K.
Yeah, and it's still like I can get a used car for 50K. That's a new car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
and full
like
self-driving is 60K.
Well, I don't know if I want that. Well,
here's if I get a Model 3. There we go. I have one, luckily. But if I get a Model 3, I'm gonna go for the full self-driving thing. For the simple fact that when the technology comes out, I want to have it. You know, I think it's immensely dope. I think it's immensely awesome. So when the technology comes out, this is something I will want to have.
Well, I thought about not getting a driver's license until I don't have to drive anymore. Because
fair enough.
Sooner or later this will happen. And I think it will happen. And I hope it will happen because I don't really want to get a driver's license. I just want a car that drives for me.
Fair enough. I mean, the thing is this. I am very strongly travel sick. I get travel sick very quickly. If I drive in a car, somebody else driving, depending on the street, if it's like more braking and accelerating and more like turns, it could be in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm like puking. That was very painful during my entire school time because, you know, you go on school trips and it's always by bus. It's always by bus. And people made fun of me for puking in the car. That was a really, really, really bad time for me, honestly. And I feel like that formed me. But the point is this: maybe that actually formed that as well. I love driving. I enjoy driving a car very much, which is also the reason why I was thinking about getting some like a nice car in the sense of like a Tesla, because I like to drive. Kate likes to go out on adventures, so we could go somewhere. It's an electronic car. It's so much fun to drive as a car. When I talked about it on stream, people were like, "Oh, Bo, you know, you can get like the BMW something. You can get this one. You can get this one." I know there's a lot of different cars that do electronic, you know, like driving. And my dad is like, you know, my dad's a car mechanic. He's been a car mechanic all his life. He knows everything about cars. And he says, fuck electronic cars. Wait for hydrogen cars.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Well, it's already happened. It's just not really universal. The thing with hydrogen cars the petrol station. Well, it's not really a petrol station anymore.
It's not, yeah. Don't put petrol in there.
Hydrogen stations. Apparently, it is even more an explosion risk than petrol, and that's the storage of this is actually a huge pain in the ass and very dangerous. And that's why they don't do like very all over the place hydrogen stations, and they need to work on that.
I wrote articles on this. Exactly.
You did?
I wrote articles for a Swiss IT magazine, and I usually wrote I call it editorial advertising, like the ones that were an article, but they were paid content. And one of them was for a car manufacturer that is bringing out a new version of their electronic car that I will not obviously I will not name. And they are also pushing into the whole hydrogen car thing, and they really wanted to push that in the whole topic of hydrogen cars. And so they asked me, I was like, what do you want? Like, how do you want the topic to work? And they were like, we would like something that helps us address some of the misconceptions around hydrogen cars. And so obviously I asked like the classic stuff like storage of hydrogen. Isn't it going to take forever to tank a car? Isn't the storage going to be immensely expensive and immensely dangerous? And for the whole explosion thing, he said that it's actually, all things considered, that's what he said, hydrogen stored the way they store it or want to store it is less volatile than petrol. Or than gas, if you will, the gas we put in our cars. And if it ever ignited, it is much lighter than petrol. Whereas petrol would sit in the bottom of your car and just keep the car burning from below. The hydrogen would just go up and basically burn less long and less intense. Cool. I mean, I was like, okay, that's a cool argument, you know. That helps me if my car is on fire. I don't want it to be on fire in the first place, right? So like, but I also heard that Tesla are like, there's rumors that Tesla are going to bring out new, like updated Model S and 3 at least, maybe even X, that will have a new battery technology that is going to be much denser, so you have much more power, and thereby much more efficient, and B are going to be able to charge by induction. And I think Norway, isn't it Norway that have like induction streets?
Induction streets? I don't know. Induction? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
They have
I saw it online.
Heating stuff in there. But
World's first electrified road for charging vehicles opens in Sweden. Oh. There we go. It's the Swedes. It's the Swedes. They brought us PewDiePie and induction roads. Yeah, but like 1 kilometer of induction road costs €1 million.
Jesus. No,
bro.
What?
Yeah, and apparently they're fighting the more conservative like part of their politics that say, but then we're going to be scared to walk over the street because we're going to be scared to be shocked. And so they have to explain to them how
your phone.
Yeah, but they have to explain to them how induction works. That induction only works if there's the same, you know.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You know. Definitely. Hating on boomers. We're gonna have to have a sound effect where we're gonna be like, "Okay, boomer," something like that.
Yeah, we need.
There's an "Okay Boomer" song.
Oh, an "Okay Boomer" song.
Yeah. Ooh. I think that woman, that streamer or content creator, Nico Lol, became famous because she did a TikTok dance to "Okay Boomer" in a Bernie shirt, and then was like, oh, you know, eat the rich, tax the rich. And now and then she, like, this year she came out with My New Flats house tour, and it's like a painfully luxurious flat, and everybody's like, All right. So I guess all of that went out the window.
Tax the rich.
Tax the
Well,
eat the rich.
the thing is with influencers and things like eat the rich, tax the rich, as soon as they're able to afford a beautiful house and
Of course, yeah.
high-end stuff for themselves, it's not okay anymore. But it's good before that.
Yeah. It's I have a friend. I mean, I wouldn't generalize and say everybody's like that. You know, there's people who still stick to their beliefs, or like people who are less, do you want to say less extreme about their convictions?
Yeah, well, I don't want to generalize. That's not.
No,
that's
of course not. Of course not.
So.
But I have a friend like that. I had a friend who lived with me in my shared flat. I mean, I had a shared flat before I moved with my wife for like 8 years, and people came and went like every 2 years. Usually, people moved in and moved out again, and I was the one that always stayed there. And one of them was a really good friend of mine. We made music together. We were bad Swiss German rap songs. And yeah, I know, very funny. And yeah, I mean, he was extremely like, oh, you know, the rich are what's keeping us down, and the banks and the fat cats. The German term would be Bonzen. And so, and like, he was really intense about that. And he was always in financial trouble. He never found a job, but I think he just smoked weed a lot all day, and I don't know, like it was a little complicated. At some point we had to, us other two guys there, we had to pay his part of the rent because he never had money, and then we had to like kick him out because it was like, bro, it doesn't work like that. But it wasn't like hard feelings. He understood. The point is that I didn't talk to him for a while, for like a long time, and then I did. And I think he now works somewhere at an insurance company and like invests a lot of money and is really about like best investment practices and like, you know, like improving the way you invest and your ROI. And to be honest, and making money by investing money is like the most capitalist way of making money, because you literally have money that makes you more money without you basically doing any work, any labor for it. So I'm not hating on it. I have crypto and I'm thinking about investing for my future and everything. But the point is, if you're like, you know, you can't do that, and then you do it, it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's a little, it just comes off as a little
sus,
dishonest.
The
sus.
Younger generation would say.
Kind of sus, bro.
I spent the last year on TikTok. I'm sorry. I
you did? Okay.
New words.
Okay. All I saw is that online that people started misappropriating the term sus and started using it for men that look a little bit like they're gay or like act a little bit gay. It's like, why would you use the term sus for that? How is that? How is that suspicious? How is that a suspicious thing?
It's questionable.
It's cringe. The whole fucking homophobia shit is cringe.
It is.
Cringe.
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 Yeah. So,
but
what is? No, I know you want to get a Tesla.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, would you get a Tesla? It's obvious. It's obvious.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Model 3 too. I don't. The S is like too overblown, and it honestly doesn't really. I don't feel like it does. It does more than a 3 that warrants a 30 to 40K higher price tag. You know. And then the other two are just not my style. I think one is like a family SUV.
Yeah, I'd get that one, but I don't have 6 people.
Yeah, me neither. It's
I
two
don't
of
know
us.
what I do with those seeds.
That's my point.
I could put my cat on one, the ashes of my other cat on the other place, on other. Yeah, my cat died.
Okay.
I have her ashes.
Cremated.
Cremated, yes.
Cremated.
Exactly. Yeah, sure.
Can I still do it? Wait, can I do it? Yeah. I can do the sound effect. Cremated. Oh, I had to do it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
all
very
right.
sorry. Oh no.
All right.
Anyway, you found something to do with the car. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. And my plants.
And your
I have
plants.
a lot of
Are you good with
So,
plants?
You're a millennial too, right? And
Yeah.
I saw
Barely.
in my circle of friends, once we reach a certain age, we tend to get a lot of plants, especially
Really?
women.
Okay.
But like a crazy amount of plants. I mean, I have a few. That's not just one. I have a lot more.
Okay.
And that's what I saw in my circle of friends.
Really?
It's like, yeah. And then men got into it too.
Yeah, that might be one of those. That might be one of those things where our spectrum positions on the millennial scale differ. I don't really know anyone who's my age and who's like super into plants.
Okay.
My wife likes plants. She likes having plants in the house, but she's not like, oh my god, let's fucking have plants everywhere. At least she hasn't shown that side of her yet. Maybe she's waiting. We've been married for like almost a year. Maybe she's waiting for like 5 years to like show her true colors or something. And her true colors are green. I'm not good with plants in the sense of that whatever I do, they die. That's also kind of like why I'm holding off on having kids, because I feel like I don't. Maybe I shouldn't.
Well, look, kids will scream at you when they're hungry. What plants don't really do.
True.
I had the same problem actually. All my plants died, and really all of my plants. And then I just started to okay, I'm gonna try again. And I got my first plant. That was a tiny monstera with I'm not gonna name the real name because you don't know anyway. So
okay.
And that's when my addiction with plants started.
Addiction even.
Now I have 27 plants and it just grows like a jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
God damn, man. That's nuts. I don't know. Nah. I don't see myself getting into plants like that.
That's good. All right.
I really enjoy Teslas, to get back. No, but I really enjoy like wood turning and that kind of stuff. I've been watching a lot of videos on that. But we are at the 1 hour 15 mark. Maybe this is a topic we should what do you watch on YouTube to relax topic. How about we wrap it up for today? Here.
I think so too, yes.
We do our goodbyes. I turn off our mics and we play the song again, and then we get the fuck out of here. What do you say, Annie?
I think so too, yes.
Nice. Okay, so thank you very much for watching or listening. I hope you can follow us for more content here on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever you are. You can leave a follow, subscribe, or hit the bell or whatever. If this takes off, if the next one is going to be live on Twitch.
We hope so.
What is it called again? Super X Millennials Deluxe, I think.
Couldn't even remember.
I don't even remember either. Wait, it's
Super Extreme Millennials
super
Deluxe.
yeah. Super Extreme Millennials Deluxe, like a fighting game. No, but it's Super X, just the X Millennials Deluxe on Twitch. You can go follow right now. There's nothing there yet, I think, but the next one is definitely going to be live if this works out. And then if it doesn't, we're going to go back to YouTube because maybe pre-recorded is better. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. We'll see. This was our first time. I hope you enjoyed. And let us know what you think. We are on socials. We are I don't even remember what our socials name was.
We just have Twitter.
Yeah, we have Twitter. Millen Deluxe.
Millen Deluxe.
Millen Deluxe is our Twitter.
It will be in the description. Pretty sure it will be in the description.
Oh yeah,
for easy access for everyone. So
exactly. And I am that guy Strike on Twitter. She is it's not Annie X the Killer, is it?
At Laser Anya.
Oh, it's Laser Anya, genau. It's genau. It's Laser Anya, Laser with a Z, and ANYA. No, ANJA. If you want to follow. And any last words, Annie? Any last words?
Thank you for listening. Any last words? Any last words? Strike.
Now I'm done. Thank you very much. This was fun. Finally recorded the first episode. And with that, I'd say probably we're going to see you soon. Stay safe. Don't get COVID. And wear your masks. Get vaccinated. You know the drill. Make sure that you also save everybody around you, and the music is running, so I'm going to turn off our microphones, and then that's the outro. Thank you very much.